What is happening, everybody? Wait a couple seconds, get a few folks up in here so I can make sure that we got the good audio. Apparently there's been some problems with this little app recently. What's up, Horsefly? Charles, we got good audio. Someone give me a thumbs up, hit the thingy, or wave at me, or some kind of crap, so I know that we got the good audio. This will be a pretty quick video, not too long. I might take a couple questions at the end, but I just want to put out some stuff I've learned over the past couple days and kind of what I see going on and what I'm doing as far as how I'm working with my drivers to make sure we're getting them the best rates that we can. So I'll get to the comments here in a minute. Let me spout off some stuff really quick. What I'm seeing right now, as most of you know, the southeast is pretty dang dead. So if you're headed to the southeast, make sure you try to pre-plan your truck. Don't wait till the last minute in the southeast, because odds are not in your favor if you're waiting to get a load in the southeast. South Florida, I'm getting really good rates actually out of South Florida right now because they are in the process of shipping flowers for Valentine's Day. So South Florida, Miami area, Medley, Florida, down in that area, look for flower loads. You reefer guys, look for the flower loads. They're running around 34 degrees, getting over $2 a mile coming the whole way out of Florida, even as far as the Pacific Northwest. So make sure that you guys pay attention to those. They do have tighter windows because obviously they're flowers and they're perishable and all that kind of stuff. But you keep your ass over there, car. But you can get really good rates on those flowers. So pay attention to those, okay? I got a report yesterday from one of the brokers that I deal with. According to some of the biggest brokerages in the country, rates are at their lowest point since September of 2017. Okay, September of 2017. Reefer's still doing good, but in select areas. So do not take yourself into a crap market with a reefer. All right, pay attention to sections of the map that have been continually good or at least moderate, so that you're covering your butt. Because the rest, even in the next month, you know, you're going to see lower rates even in the next month. So pay attention to that kind of stuff. But Pacific Northwest is still doing pretty decent as far as reefer. You got apples, things like that. South Texas, McAllen, up around, you know, where produce really runs. You're getting avocados, tomatoes, different things coming out of there. So you're getting some pretty decent rates in that area. But getting in is really hard because it's where a lot of the guys want to go. Like I said, southeast not too good. South Florida, decent. If you're in Central Florida, Orlando area, you're gonna have to either deadhead out, take something cheap to get out, or go down to South Florida if you can get on one of those flower loads. So pay attention to all of that stuff, and you should do okay. Volume is slowly dropping, I think. You know, in my opinion, you're starting to see a lot of areas fall off, such as Denver and areas like that were doing good. Those areas were doing a lot better, but they're not anymore. They're really, really dropping off. We're gonna get some coffee right here. Some foo-foo coffee. But those areas are dropping off at the moment. Where's my wallet?
Hey there.
How's it going? Can I get a 20-ounce, was it chai tea? 20-ounce chai tea with soy?
Hot?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then can I get one of those chocolate peanut butter frappuccino thingies? A big one? Yeah. No whipped cream.
Anything else for you today?
That's it.
$11.44 today.
The brokers are holding tight to their wallets, by the way. Super tight. You get a grip on it. And I think the reason is because rates haven't influxed, or rate haven't changed, they haven't grown, for not even for them. So they're trying to keep their profits where they normally are, and guess who takes the hit? The drivers do. So pay attention to that. Make sure you're playing smart.
Did you need a copy of your receipt?
No. Hold on a second.
Here you go. I just need a signature.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. So, since rates haven't changed for them, they're trying to keep their profits where they were last year so that they don't show a loss, or at least change them. But for us, costs have increased in some fashions, and they're not willing to give any. So drivers take the hit. So you've got to play. You got to play smart. You got to play smart, and don't bet against yourself. Don't bet blindly. Use all of the information tools available to you out there to make sound decisions for your truck when you're moving it around the country. Obviously, reefer at this time of the year is way more difficult than it is in the spring. So make really good judgment calls. Don't send your truck into, if you're a reefer, don't send your truck into high volume van markets or anything like that, because you're going to get a lower rate coming out than what you're normally used to. However, remember that if you're running van freight, you can look for lighter stuff. Your reefer's not going to be on, so you're going to save money on fuel in that capacity. And it's going to put you into different markets normally, where you may have a better shot at getting a better reefer load coming out because it's a higher van market. So you got to kind of play unconventional when it comes to moving around at this time of the year. Comprende? One thing I have seen that has benefited me and benefited my trucks is the fact that I will work a little later into the evening than most, as far as, because I'm on the West Coast, so I stay at my computer normally till 5 or 6 on the Pacific time. So that gives me an advantage in a sense, because brokerages and brokers that have posted loads that need to be picked up that day on the East Coast, normally they get their loads picked up, but once in a while a truck will fall off or a mechanical failure or whatever, and they repost that load, and they are in a hurry to get rid of it. They need someone on it ASAP, and you can really capitalize on that because you can demand a higher rate because you're picking up something later in the evening, or you're picking something up very early the next morning that they had booked, but the guy that was on it fell off, so now they've got to increase the rate to get a truck on it right away. So remember to look for that kind of stuff. Pay attention to it, so that you can put more money in your pocket, more money on your truck. A lot of things happening in freight right now, like the way that it's moving around the country, and it's way different than anything that we've seen in the past year or so. And I think that has a lot to do with recent holidays, the government shutdown. There's so many things that are playing into it, and it's a market like most haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So you got to pay attention to that kind of stuff. But I will say, that there are a lot of guys out there.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Sweet, thank you. There are a lot of guys out there that are doing themselves a disservice by not knowing what it costs to run their truck down to the penny. And I've talked to a lot of different guys and gals and, you know, owner operators, lease operators, brokers, and the thing that I really see is that people are getting taken advantage of because they don't know their cost per mile. And you're not really thinking when you're making a decision. Just because that load pays $1.95, more than logic, just because that load pays $1.95 a mile for all of your miles, and you normally run for $2 a mile, it doesn't make that a bad load. If you know your cost per mile, you can still be profitable in this market, but you just got to be smart about it. So if you don't know, yeah, Linda, it is, and you got to keep trucks moving. I mean, listen, your dispatcher, like I can send any one of my trucks anywhere in the country they want to go. Okay, you really can. There's freight everywhere, going everywhere. The problem is, thank you.
Have a great morning.
You too, thank you. The problem is, getting the right rate. That's the problem. That's the problem, is getting the right rate. The freight is there, it's all there. Just getting the right rate and fighting for it. You know what I mean? And you sense a lot of like nervousness and tension and you know, you hit option 3. Now you know, I know everything now. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Logic? Anyway, it's all about getting the right rate, but you have to know that cost per mile. If you don't know it, you're either going to really hurt yourself financially, or you're not gonna capitalize like you should. So know your cost per mile. If you don't know it, figure it out. You've got to figure it out. You've got to know it. Oh, little guy, the option 3 button. Okay. I remember that now. Totally forgot that shit. This all sounds vaguely familiar. Does it exactly? It does, right? A lot of the stuff that you've been preaching for a while. You know, there is a method to the madness of booking good loads and getting high dollar freight and seeing better rates than other people are seeing. But you've got to know all of those numbers. You've got to put everything into play. And it is like betting on roulette, I mean, a lot of the times. But you can be better informed. You know, there is information out there. So if you take your information, what you know about your business, add that to the stuff that you can find out there about what's going on in the industry, you can make a lot of better decisions. Work together with friends that are in the same situations as you. Talk to your dispatcher more if you're working with a dispatcher or a dispatching service, or you're leased onto a company. All those people that have more insight or that are seeing different information than what you're seeing. Information is going to be key to success in this kind of a market, right? It just really is. So do your due diligence and pay attention. You know, I mean, if you need help, go watch Trucking Exec's recent videos. He's been putting out a lot of really good information. Come on, stupid garage. Thank you. He's been putting out a lot of really good information that can help you, and some really great advice. But figure out your cost per mile. Don't take the first rate that's accepted to you or offered to you. You know, a lot of things, okay? Would I recommend having a pet monkey? No. Why ask a ridiculous question? I don't understand. But anyways, guys, maybe I'll go live later tonight. Please have a good day. Make sure that you're booking smart freight, that you're, you know, doing the best that you can, okay? Yes, I'm still vaping. I haven't smoked in over a month, so I appreciate that. everybody, please, if you have any questions, if you need some help, shoot me an email. Shoot Trucking Exec an email if you got questions. Ask questions. Don't just try to struggle, okay? Because I'm telling you, it really does make you wonder. It really does. George, Laura, it really does make you wonder, and it really does, like, it kind of just like hits you in the feels when you see some of these rates and you know what guys are running for. Because drivers are being taken advantage of in this market, and it's bullshit. You know it, and I know it, and we can do better if we work together. So please, please work together and take back trucking in a way. Okay? Guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Shoot me an email, link, and all that kind of stuff. Best way to get a hold of me is either email or by DM on Instagram. Scott, I don't know if I saw your email or not, but if later, I'll talk to you all. If I didn't see your email, I'll get back to you. I promise. Take care. Be safe.